Hi everyone, it's Mel from No Regrets, and No Regrets is located in Mitcham. But today I'm speaking to you from home, and I wanted to speak to you about my top 5 foods for 2014. And I thought what better place to do it than at home, because this is where I keep everything. So we often get asked a lot about what food should we be eating, and so I thought that's why I would put together my top 5 for you, because this is pretty much, they are all staple parts of my diet. So I'll start with blueberries, and blueberries are an awesome antioxidant, and they are also great for detoxifying the liver. And I know for some of you, you hit the alcohol perhaps a little bit too hard over the Christmas period, and your poor liver's had a little bit of a hammering. So getting those blueberries into your diet is a great way for some detoxification. If you don't like eating blueberries as they are, you could stir them through some plain Greek yogurt, or even some coconut flavoured yogurt. You could also put them in a smoothie, and that's a great way of getting the blueberries into your diet. My next food I have some organic spinach here, but kale is also another awesome food. So kale or spinach, anything green and leafy is a great part of your diet. I would have spinach or kale. I'd have it at least once or twice a day. I'd have them either in a salad. I might steam them and have them with some eggs, or I'd even juice them. I'd put them through a juice. So kale is packed with amino acids, it's anti-inflammatory, and it's a great anti-cancer food. So the green leafy foods are an awesome ingredient to have in your diet. Now, if you don't like the flavour of these foods, like I said before, juicing is a great way to get a variety of different vegetables into your diet, and you drink it. So I've got one here that I've just made, and I do have some kale in that, and in this juice I have here, I've got some beetroot, I've got carrot, I've got cucumber, I've put in 1 apple. I only usually put in 1 piece of fruit, because fruit can be very high in fructose and sugar. So 90% of the juice for me will be a vegetable. I've also got some celery in here, and I've got some, what else did I put in there? Ginger. I've also got some ginger in there. So that's my juice. My third food for you today is avocado. And avocado is probably my favourite food going around. Again, it's a daily part of my diet. A lot of people get concerned with avocado because of the fat content. And what makes me laugh is that when I look at their food diary, that they're worried about having some avocado, which is a real food, yet when I've looked at their food diary, it's full of foods like hot chips, or packets of chips, or biscuits, everything that's really high in trans fats, yet they're worried about having a food that's a real food, but it's a good fat for you. So that always amuses me a little bit. So in regards to quantities, that's the other thing people are always worried about with avocado. I'd probably have about a quarter of an avocado in a serve. So for me, I would have that with my breakfast. I would always put it through a salad. I find when I have avocado in a meal, it satisfies me a lot more than if I've left the avocado out. Another thing you can do with avocado, you can bake it, and you can also put it in your juice as well. And adding it to your juice will add a little bit of fat to it. So if you metabolize food quickly, having that little bit of fat in the juice will keep you fuller for longer. My next food I've got for you, I've got some smoked salmon here, but salmon is what I wanted to speak to you about. I didn't have a piece of that in my fridge, so I grabbed the smoked salmon instead. Salmon is an awesome flesh protein. It packs a powerhouse punch for you. It's a great source of omega-3, and traditionally nowadays with the Western diet, our diets are typically very high in omega-6, which is the bad fats. So we need to get those omega-3 levels back up, and salmon is a great way of getting that. A lot of people, again, when I speak to them about having fish in their diet, because you want to have it 2 to 3 times a week, don't like the taste of it. And I ask them, so when was the last time you tried it? And it was probably in childhood, so that could be 20 or 30 years ago. And I recommend to those people that they really need to try it again, because they're adults now, and their taste is probably matured, their flavourings, and they could probably get used to it again. And you've got to try food 10 times to really acquire a taste for something. So I pretty much tell them to get over themselves and give it a try, because it is a great food to have in your diet. I bake my salmon, and you might find also it is high in fat, so you don't need a big serving of it. For me, I get through about half a piece of salmon. I'd cook the whole fillet, and a half a piece fills me and satisfies me quite well. And then I'd have the other half either through some eggs the next day or through a salad the next day cold, and so I get to use it again. And my 5th food, and I didn't have any here to show you, I have to go down the shops and get some, is some flax meal or flax seed. So flax meal is just ground flax seed. What I like about flax meal is that it is another, again, awesome source of omega-3. So just as I've spoken about, our diets nowadays are very high in omega-6. Omega-6 leads to inflammation. When there's inflammation, and especially if you want weight loss, you're going to struggle. So we need to get those omega-6 levels down, and the flax meal is an easy way to get a good source of omega-3 into your diet daily. It's a good source of protein as well, and it's also gluten-free. So flax meal you can sprinkle through yogurt, you could put into a smoothie, you could put into your juice. It's very good for your digestion, so I recommend that if you are going to try flax meal, I always recommend to my clients not to follow the serving sizes that are on the packet, because it can make you go to the toilet a lot regularly the next day, and you need to work out how much serving size you need. So I would start at the lower end of the scale, and I'd add maybe half a teaspoon to start with a day, and also make sure you have some water with it after you've had it through your juice, or even if it's through your yogurt, have a glass of water as well. But I'd start at the lower end of the scale, so start with that half a teaspoon and just see how it affects you, and if you can tolerate a little bit more, just try a little bit more. So flax meal is my other top food. So just going through my 5 top foods, we've got blueberries, we've got kale or spinach, anything green and leafy. We've got our avocado, we've got our salmon, and we've got our flaxseed or flax meal. And if you've got any more questions, you can go to our website www.noregretspt.com.au, and there's a great array of articles there for you to look at. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, No Regrets PT, and subscribe to that. And we're always adding more videos to that. Or if you'd like any information, or if you've got any questions, you can email me at melissa@noregretspt.com.au.